What if the solution to Toronto's lineup puzzle isn't a blockbuster signing, but a savvy veteran who's been quietly demolishing left-handed pitching for half a decade? While the baseball world obsesses over headline-grabbing names, could the Blue Jays be overlooking a proven weapon hiding in plain sight? Rob Refsnyder doesn't command back-page headlines. He won't sell jerseys by the thousands or trend on social media. But here's what the 34-year-old does do, and it's something Toronto desperately needs. He absolutely punishes left-handed pitching with surgical precision. Fresh off another productive campaign with the Boston Red Sox, Refsnyder enters free agency carrying a resume that screams perfect platoon player. And for a Blue Jays organization that's been scrambling to optimize every roster spot, every matchup advantage, this might be the smartest under-the-radar move Ross Atkins could make this winter. The numbers don't lie. They scream, let's cut through the noise and examine what Refsnyder actually delivered in 2024. Over 70 games with Boston, he slashed .269, .354, .484 with a robust .838 OPS, launching 9 home runs, driving in 30, and collecting 12 doubles. Solid production, sure, but here's where it gets fascinating. Against left-handed pitching specifically, Refsnyder was absolutely lethal. A .302 batting average with a .959 OPS against southpaws. Read that again. That's not a fluke. It's the 5th consecutive season he's hit at least .300 against lefties. 5 straight years of dominance. This isn't potential. This is proven, repeatable excellence. The early season stretch told the story perfectly. Through his first 17 games, Refsnyder was scorching, posting a .327 .352 .633 line with multiple 3-hit performances. Even as playing time became sporadic, competing for outfield spots with Jarren Duran, Wylier Abreu, Ceddanne Rafaela, and top prospect Roman Anthony, he maintained his effectiveness when called upon. Boston's outfield logjam worked against him, but it shouldn't obscure the fundamental truth. When Refsnyder gets the bat in his hands against left-handed pitching, good things happen consistently. Division dominance, a blueprint for success. Here's where the fit becomes almost too perfect to ignore. Refsnyder has spent significant time battling within the AL East, and he's thrived in this pressure cooker environment. His familiarity with division rivals isn't just extensive, it's productive. Against Baltimore last season, Refsnyder went 7 for 14 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and a walk. At Camden Yards specifically, his career numbers are eye-popping. A .320 batting average and .938 OPS across 25 games. That's not small sample theater. That's sustained excellence in a notorious hitter's park against quality competition. The Yankees? 6 hits in 22 at-bats, including 2 doubles, against a rotation that regularly deployed lefties Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, and Ryan Yarbrough. Refsnyder has seen these arms, studied these deliveries, and consistently found ways to do damage. For Toronto, this division familiarity is gold. The Blue Jays will face Garrett Crochet, Fried, Rodon, and Trevor Rogers multiple times throughout 2025. Having a veteran who's already solved these pitchers, who understands their tendencies, their sequences, their weaknesses, provides immediate competitive advantage. The Schneider system. Built for this exact player, anyone who watched the Blue Jays grind through 2024 knows manager John Schneider leaves no stone unturned when hunting matchup advantages. The numbers back this up dramatically. Toronto faced 40 left-handed starters last season, and Miles Straw started 39 of those games. Davis Schneider appeared in 33, though his season was interrupted by minor league stints. Neither Straw nor Schneider actually hit better against lefties than righties. Schneider's OPS was over 200 points higher against right-handers, in fact. But that's precisely the point. John Schneider aggressively pursues every edge, every favorable matchup, every percentage play that might tilt the scales. Refsnyder isn't just compatible with this philosophy, he's the embodiment of it. He's the experienced, reliable bat Schneider can confidently pencil in whenever a southpaw takes the mound, knowing the production will follow. Toronto's current outfield mix includes Anthony Santander, Nathan Lukes, Joey Loperfido, and Jonathan Clace, a collection of left-handed and switch-hitting options who spent portions of 2024 injured or developing in AAA. It's organizational depth, certainly, but it lacks a proven right-handed bat who specializes in destroying left-handed pitching. The financial reality, value hiding in plain sight, here's where front offices earn their salaries. Spotrac currently projects Refsnyder's market value at approximately $4.3 million on a one-year deal. Let that sink in. For the price of a mid-tier reliever or a backup infielder, Toronto could acquire a proven platoon weapon with 5 consecutive seasons of excellence against lefties. John Morosi reported from the GM meetings that multiple teams are actively seeking outfield help for their major league rosters. The market exists and competition will emerge, but Refsnyder isn't commanding 8-figure annual salaries or multi-year commitments. He's affordable, he's available, and he fills a specific, critical need. Could the Blue Jays potentially trade from their outfield surplus to address other organizational needs while simultaneously signing Refsnyder to a team-friendly contract? Absolutely. This isn't about blocking prospects or creating roster logjams. It's about maximizing roster flexibility and matchup advantages across 162 games. The defensive question, does it matter? Let's address the elephant in the room. Refsnyder posted 0 defensive runs, saved, and -1 outs above average last season. He's not winning Gold Gloves, and he doesn't fit the run prevention profile Toronto has emphasized in recent years. But context matters enormously here. Refsnyder isn't being acquired to patrol center field for 9 innings nightly. He's a strategic weapon, a platoon piece who enters games specifically to exploit favorable matchups. His defensive limitations become far less concerning when he's playing 70 to 80 games rather than 140 to 150. Moreover, the offensive production against left-handed pitching more than compensates for defensive shortcomings. Baseball remains a game where preventing runs matters, yes, but scoring runs matters equally. Refsnyder helps Toronto score runs in situations where they've historically struggled. The bigger picture. Smart team building. This potential signing represents something larger than one veteran outfielder. It symbolizes intelligent, strategic roster construction, the kind that wins divisions and advances deep into October. Championship teams don't just stockpile talent, they optimize talent. They identify specific weaknesses, target precise solutions, and execute efficiently. Toronto's struggles against quality left-handed pitching are well documented. Refsnyder directly addresses that vulnerability without breaking the bank or blocking long-term development. The AL East remains baseball's most unforgiving division. Tampa Bay maximizes every roster spot. Baltimore develops talent relentlessly. New York outspends everyone. Boston rebuilds on the fly. Toronto needs every conceivable advantage to compete in this environment. Refsnyder provides exactly that, a proven, affordable advantage that compounds over 162 games. Those extra hits against Crochet, those clutch at-bats against Rodon, those productive plate appearances against Fried, they accumulate into wins. And in a division decided by razor-thin margins, those wins determine playoff positioning. The overlooked opportunity while the baseball world fixates on blockbuster trades and record-breaking contracts, the smartest front offices are quietly assembling rosters designed to win actual baseball games. They're finding value in overlooked markets, exploiting inefficiencies, and building depth that withstands the inevitable injuries and slumps of a grueling season. Rob Refsnyder represents precisely this type of opportunity. He won't generate breathless headlines or dominate hot stove coverage, but he'll deliver exactly what Toronto needs: consistent, reliable production against left-handed pitching, division familiarity, veteran presence, and matchup flexibility, all at a price point that preserves financial flexibility for other moves. The question isn't whether Refsnyder can help the Blue Jays. The numbers prove he can. The question is whether Toronto's front office recognizes the value sitting right in front of them before another division rival snatches it away. Because make no mistake, Multiple teams are hunting for exactly what Refsnyder provides. The market will move quickly, and when he signs somewhere else, potentially with Baltimore or New York, Toronto will spend 2025 watching him torture their pitching staff while wondering what might have been. Smart teams don't wait for perfect. They identify solutions, execute decisively, and move forward. Rob Refsnyder is a solution, proven, affordable, and available. The only question remaining is whether Toronto is smart enough to seize it. What do you think? Is Refsnyder the perfect under-the-radar signing Toronto needs? Or should the Blue Jays aim higher? Drop your thoughts in comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you want more deep dive analysis on how Toronto can build a championship roster.